What I've been slowly realizing through over the years as a generational thing is the disappearance of places. A third place is a place separate from a work or a campus and home too, and it's a place where one goes to for free just to speak to people or just relax for a specific activity. And I've been realizing that myself because there are fewer third places there to go to now than there was in 2016 and even earlier. And I believe that this is a result of a changing society and a digital world taking over, fueled by both truths such as crime and then myths such as a boogeyman or stranger danger, or the movement one which my mom showed to me, and well, surveillance, so to speak, in the real world, especially with malls and property managers not allowing congregations on their premises, so to speak, in that manner. And I'm not gonna open the complexities here because that's gonna take way too long, so we'll just keep it as norms have been changing since then. And a thing I realized is that even specific people who are in the food scene, such as me, or let's say one has all of the free time in the world, like all 24 hours, like even if they go to places that are socially active, they might not find people who they are looking to talk specifically to. And I think it is kind of a soft block because, well, the type of strictness each camp has does pretty much different between families, but it's a soft block because people under 18 who are free can do whatever. But the thing is that going up to a given place and expecting others their age to show up, that's another thing that we're talking about. And there's also legal limitations such as gyms not allowing people under 18 due to being underage or without a parent, or asked to leave a premises due to poverty groups, for example. And historical data researched by me back in the 1970s and 2000s. I learned that the atmosphere post-Vietnam War in the US was more laid back in that manner, meaning if you went outside your home to explore a store, eat at a coffee shop, or go ask and talk to someone next door who has a garage open, socially it was accepted back then. Interaction was the default, but I'm realizing in this age it is still the same default, but the third places for these same meetups are rapidly disappearing and norms are shifting rapidly over time as a result of today's modern era. Even in my own situation, I realized is that even if I tried to make myself a date purely for finding a person to speak to, skip everything else, or find a core friend group as a sole objective, that condition just for the day becomes frustrating because in any place, the random people distribution is rapidly fluctuating. So even if trends say like these people at around like 3 to 5 p.m. appear at this time, or like in this morning, people appear with this demographic, it still fluctuates depending on who's coming, what's going on, or if there's anything special. So one day I'm not at that location, someone I might have wanted to talk to will have been there. The next day I do arrive, no one is there, mostly other older people. And I do find my own conscious maneuvers to look for friends, both during the sophomore year logs and library visits. I find it noble and civic, but I realize I would burn my own mental stability trying to find one goal. So I've switched the objective from finding a friend or a friend group to actually exploring the third place itself and maybe working on a notebook. And then coincidentally, then if I'm doing something, if someone is there, I'll speak to them as I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And instead of waiting for one singular goal, I decided to place it as one holistic goal since I have a lot of time and since there's not much going on. Walking to that third place would guarantee me a cardio workout. Would guarantee me something to do in that same third place once I reach there. Then if I talk to someone, then there it goes. There goes other things that happen. And I think specifically for the school year, sadly, Noelia and Layla are long gone. Credits to you guys. So my friend group cover is out. That's the same thing for Rayon's group. People's lunch schedules might be distributed, so I may not be able to play Uno with the same group again, but they'll still be there. Credit to Eli, since I believe the news was broken out that he moved away, at least at the end of this year, so credits to him. I know he's going to be long gone, credits to you guys. But it was for my PE class, but as a junior, since I'm staying here for all 4 years of my high school career, I think as a result of the reflection acts that I've made all the way back from March down to now, and that specific group rejection and other group rejections that I've got, I would approach groups still in the same way, ask to join, to break my own social fear, but not to have that goal as the main point to make core friends, but rather make it holistic. That means, what else can I do? What can I do to help them? Can I help them with something? Can I help them with something? Make it as a part of a wellness plan for the entire day, because it does take time. Play Uno, ask them, lift some of that conscious weight off and remain lighter, especially with social perception. So that's another thing. Now, I present myself, although norms do differ significantly across groups. As a result, holistically outside school, I've included third place visits as a part of daily exercise, as a part of a daily routine. So that means I've dropped some weight as a result. So yeah. But I'm gonna explore other places, such as random streets, parks, cafes, storefronts, or even just some random mall, assuming they don't have those little things where I have to show an ID or something, or just go around. Because I realized I'm not just chasing the goal, I'm also solving other goals at that same time, and then giving the goal itself the conditions to appear, although it will not appear like magic most of the time.